Your next move, chosen one, feels risky because you're about to leave the known world. The universe is telling you to move. There is a certain point in the timeline of every high-frequency soul where the divine's message doesn't feel like comfort. It feels like a change. I feel like it's hard. It's not that the source wants to scare you. It's because the quantum leap you're about to take needs your courage, not your comfort. For you, that exact moment of acceleration has now come. The path that opens up in front of you is not backed up by the certainty of the three-dimensional world. On all sides of it, there are no cheers from people who are still asleep in the matrix or supportive hands from people who can't see your vision. Instead, there is nothing but the unknown around it. It has what seems like risk around it, questions around it, and a high-frequency instruction around it. This message should be sent to the first person that comes to mind. It is not random to share this. It is an act of quantum entanglement. You are connecting with another soul who is also ready for this awakening, which makes the light stronger for both of you. Making a move just because your mind says it's time is not the point. It has to do with moving because your spiritual frequency has been told to change. What's coming next is not an option. It's an energetic must. Keep watching this video until the end. Let the vibration of these words change your state and lock into your spirit. Please leave your best wishes in the comments, then type Amen and the number 99. This is a holy place where your vision can be strengthened and your quantum alignment can be confirmed. There are no random algorithms here. There are only divine coordinates that are ready for your full approval. Press the subscribe button right now if you're ready to make this high-frequency transmission last in your daily life. Don't just see it as joining a channel. See it as carefully choosing what to see online so that it feeds your spirit instead of draining it. If this truth strikes a chord with you, say, "I am ready for the shift," in the comments segment below. Let typing these words act as a digital vow, letting the quantum field know that you are ready for the upgrade that is trying to get to you. When you say this, you lower the chaos of fear and raise the voltage of your readiness. You were never told to stay in a static state. It's not like you were activated just to watch the hologram of life go by. The divine architect did not give you such huge potential so that you could stay in a state of doubt. Yes, this next step you're taking looks like it could be bad for your nervous system. It could cost you the comfort of your old title. It could keep you from getting stuck in the same old feedback loops. It could even separate you from people who are working on a different timeline and don't know what real alignment looks like. But here's what you need to know. It's necessary. This step is not the result of moving without thinking. That's what your new energetic signature says you have to do. The light you carry can't stay still in a place with low vibrations for much longer. The things that are in your DNA have to move forward. Even if each step forward feels like you're facing nothing, the shadows will not swallow you up. Yes, that voice inside your head that told you to move was telling you the truth. It wasn't something going wrong in your mind. It wasn't a trick worn with desperation. It was the quantum field's voice that cut through all the delays caused by fear. Press the like button if you hear that voice calling you right now. This is your body's way of telling the universe that you are paying attention. By doing this simple thing, you tell the field that your receiver is open and you're ready to download. You did hear the signal right. You were not lied to. You weren't fooled. The universe didn't whisper because the command was simple. It talked with electromagnetic weight because it had to. You don't need any more outside signs. You don't need any more 3D proof. You were already picked for the timeline that is about to start. It is still your path even if the ground shakes, the frequency gets loud, and the obstacles tower over you like mountains. God isn't making things easier for your body to be comfortable. It gets your energetic structure ready for the great things that will happen when you align. The people who are against you don't see what you see. They don't hear anything and think you're crazy. But that's how the Matrix was made. The way quantum moves work is like that. The crowd doesn't see them, but the awakened can't avoid them. You tried to not pay attention to the signal. You've been waiting for the right moment in time. The truth is, though, that moment was already given to you in the silence of your meditation, wrapped in divine urgency. If you feel this important in your own life, say in the comments, "I trust the divine signal." Think of this sentence as a vibrational anchor that grounds you in the knowledge that you are not imagining your calling. Writing this down strengthens the link between your ego and your higher self, letting you know that you are no longer listening to the world's noise but to the frequency of your destiny. There is no going back now. The wave function has already started to break down into a new reality inside of you. You can't take back the command. Once you know that a higher timeline is calling, you can't take it back. What's coming up will maybe test your mental toughness, but it will also show where your spiritual roots come from. Also, the step does feel risky, but what scares the ego is often what frees the spirit. In order to boost your courage, click the like button. Make it real proof that you are choosing spiritual power over the fear of your ego. Right now, you are making this truth a part of your life. In the parts of your heart that still want the safety of the known world, let that truth sink in. Let it speak to the parts of you that are still holding on to the false idea of safety, like it's the key to salvation. You're not getting in trouble. You are being pushed. You were never meant to blend in with people who hide their light to stay alive. In silence, you were shaped to carry a movement. That's why your step feels greater than other steps. That's why the risk seems bigger. This is because the energy you are carrying is not normal. That which you bring into the world is not average. It's going off. It is a big deal. And it is okay with God. The Creator put fire on your movement to mark it. Because of this, fear can't stop it. Because of this, doubt can't put it off. Randomness is not the next step. It is the place where divine guidance meets your full conscious observation. All of the delays you've had were just building up the voltage you need all at once. Every person who vibrated out of your life, every closed door, and every moment that felt like chaos was setting the stage for your quantum breakthrough. You are now standing in the place that the universe told you about a long time ago. Because it is holy, it looks scary. It looks risky because a higher frequency is protecting it. It's not necessary for everyone to understand you. Your duty is to follow the signal. This move is between you and the intelligence that planned your next season before this reality was even built. Even if your knees shake, get up and move. Talk, even if your voice is shaking. It's okay to stand even if you feel like no one is seeing you. You're not the only one who feels this way. It's already clear that the quantum field is now on your side. People from higher dimensions have already gone ahead of you. Do you agree to follow where you are led? Say it in the comments below. I walk by faith, not by sight. These words should be a law that goes against the Matrix's logic. Anchoring this affirmation tells the universe that your inner vision is stronger than the outside world, and that you trust the path you can't see more than the obstacle you can see. There is something on the ground. It is ready to go. And even though it might look like you're stepping into danger, you're really stepping into yourself. That's the magic of being picked. What other people think is dangerous, God says is necessary. You are told to run toward what other people run away from, to make sure everyone is aligned, not just you. It's about setting off a chain of miracles that other people will see because you were brave. Some people will have their beliefs restored by your choice to move. People's futures depend on how well you obey. And there are manifestations that are just waiting to happen. They won't move until you do, though. You've been looking for the chance, the sign, or the change. But what if it never really felt like a light breeze? What if it felt like a storm all the time? Because you can only show how powerful you really are in a storm. You need to get rid of the false sense of safety so that your real power can shine through. Being afraid is not a sign of weakness. You are stronger than fear when you face it head-on. You're not being led by ease. You are being told what to do by a code. When God gives a command, it always has support. The universe will make sure that a frequency is ready to catch you if you fall into a void. Yes, the road ahead might seem crazy, hard to plan, and even dangerous. But you weren't promised being able to count on things. You were told there would be food, and the rule is already being followed. To agree with how often this provision is made, click like. It tells your subconscious mind that you are ready to receive the help that is already coming from the quantum field. Doors are already opening in the realms that can't be seen. The order of events is already changing. The spiritual building blocks are already in place to meet your obedience. The approval of the crowd won't come with this next part of your life. It will come with the weight of a clear goal. But stress was never meant to break you. It was meant to wake you up. You're not going to cry. You are giving birth to a new world. For birth is always a very intense time. Do not think that the intensity is a punishment. This is proof that you are letting go of something huge, something that no one has ever seen before, something you were told to make public. If you agree to do this, write "I accept my assignment" in the comments below. This writing should be like a deal you make with your future self. It means you're done negotiating with your potential and are ready to give birth to the new reality that's been growing inside you. You are admitting that the pressure you feel is not destruction, but divine building. That's why the divine didn't ask other people what they thought before telling you to move. You're no longer comfortable with the amount of energy that used to feel like home. Spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, this room used to be a safe place for you, but now it's a place where you feel squished. You can't see well because the ceiling is too low. You can't grow because the walls are too thin. It happens every time you try to get back into old habits. You can hear it every time you keep your voice down to fit in. Even so, the universe is done with keeping you in one place. It is pulling you toward the thing that is dangerous, not in order to kill you, but to save you. That I would free you from the trap of being small, the comfort that kept you spiritually stuck, and the people who only liked your silence and couldn't handle your sound. And now every part of your spirit knows it. There's no going back. You can't take back the truth that was shown to you. You can't forget what was said to your soul. Your body is not telling you to move, because the next place is easy. This is because it's necessary for you to complete the mission you were born to do. You're not just moving to make things different. Change lives on the other side of alignment, which is why you are moving. It's risky because it could destroy everything that was built on your silence. It has to be done because what the divine is doing with you can't be done where you are. Some people won't be able to see the vision. They are going to question you. They'll ask you why you're leaving something that seems safe. People will ask you why you're ignoring what you know. But the truth is that what they call stable feels like suffocation to you now. What they call familiar is now known to you as expired energy. It's clear now, thanks to God. It is no longer valid after the date it expired. Things become less obedient the longer you stay. If this sounds good to you, click the like button. You are energetically agreeing to break the contract with the old timelines and accept the new, higher vibrational standard for your life when you do this. If you are ready to let go of what is no longer useful, say this in the comments: I release the old to receive the new. Let this comment be the moment when you cut ties with the past. Saying this clears your field of static electricity and makes room for new blessings, new timelines, and higher frequencies to rush in and fill your life. We're not rebelling here. Alignment is what this is. Your atmosphere is being changed by the universe to match your anointing. And some atmospheres are too small for the frequency you are carrying, no matter how nice the people are who live there. You're not making no sense. You'll be taken somewhere else. Heaven doesn't work on the same timelines as people do. The divine doesn't look at what people think before moving the hearts of those who have been chosen. That's why the next step doesn't make sense. Because of this, it doesn't make sense to your smart mind. Your spirit knows, though. It can hear the sound of fate even when your body is shaking. You're being told things that were never meant to make you feel safe. They were meant to pull you into the supernatural, where following rules comes before understanding them. And faith isn't just a feeling, but a physical fact. Don't wait for everyone to get it. Do not wait for the right sign. You've already been marked, and marked people don't move based on what other people think. They move because they are told to. There's been something heavy on your chest, right? A stress that won't go away. It wasn't stress. It wasn't a mess. You were being called from the inside out, pressing on the inside of your heart to remind you that it's time. It was never meant for you to sleep well in a place you were told to leave. And the truth is that God purposely made you feel bad. He let go of the doorknob. The people were free to leave. The job was over because he quit. He let you have the breakdown not to punish you, but to move you around. What if the blessing had come from the wrong place? You would have thought the place itself was the provider. You now know that this can only be done by the divine source. It is only God who could make a path this difficult, intense, and yet clearly perfect for your destiny. You've learned to be strong in silence, in the shadows, and by yourself. Now you're walking into a moment that will shape your next season. It won't be easy, though. It won't come as something else. There will be fire, conflict, and resistance when it gets there. Still, you have to move because staying still is more dangerous than taking a step forward. Your assignment will go bad if you stay in a place that makes you feel bad. But when you do what it says, even if your hands are shaking, the universe backs you up with supernatural strength. Things aren't just getting stranger for you. In the quantum field, you are getting back what was always yours. There is no danger in the step. The risk is putting off what heaven has already said is true. God didn't train you for small steps. That's not why he gave you revelation, to see you waste it on doubt. He asked you to change nations, mess up systems, and bring truth to places where lies have been dominant. That takes courage that no one else will understand. But it's not their job to do it. You can have it. Your spirit knows the way, even if your feet haven't been there yet. Now is the time to trust what you heard instead of what you saw. You were told to move by God. That alone proves you right. The step is not being taken by one person. You have divine support for every move you make from now on. There is no way you can fail. You are moving into favor. Going against what you think is not proof that you are wrong. It shows that you are on time. Things that don't threaten the forces of low vibration don't make them fight back. What about you, chosen one? Every time you say yes to the light, you put the kingdom of darkness at risk. If you're sure you won in the spirit world, tap the like button. This small action solidifies your connection to the divine support around you, showing that you're not afraid to shine. Bring on the fire. Allow the wind to blow. Let everyone speak out. You were made to do this. Even though the road ahead is steep, your spirit is ready for it. The door you're walking through wasn't made by people. It was carved by God's own words. Some people may make fun of the danger, but you know what's on the other side. Glory, breakthrough, purpose, and speeding up. The kind of movement that changes families, opens doors, and brings back what years of loss have taken away. It costs a lot, but the reward is bigger. There is a real risk, but the result will last forever. Now your foot is on the edge of what you don't know. Will you walk on something even though the ground isn't there yet? Will you follow the rules even if no one is cheering? Will you move even if it sounds like danger? That is the real test. Not because you are afraid, but because you have faith. The Holy Spirit already knows the answer. He didn't call anyone else. You got a call. That means He believes in your spirit. He trusts you to do what He says. He believes in how strong you are. It's not because you've been perfect, but because your mistakes, betrayals, and private fights have made you better. This is more than just a step. That's a sign to the spirit world that the chosen one has arrived and agreed to everything. Now is not the time for an interruption. It's the beginning, the start of the real trip, not the side trip. You're still on track. You are right where the universe wants you to be. Not being able to decide between fear and faith. Fear may scream, but it no longer makes the choices. Faith is now in charge. Your next move is a direct order from heaven. This is what you should say in the comments if your spirit agrees. I claim my power now. Sign this as your permission slip from the universe. You are focusing on the timeline where you have all the authority God gave you by affirming this. All the other timelines where you played small will fall away. You are letting the spiritual world know that the time for waiting is over. It takes courage to agree with what God has been saying for years. You didn't just come here. This is where you were sent. Now the realm of destiny is ready for you to move. Because movement is what makes miracles happen. There is a noise coming from your life that can't be stopped. To heaven and hell, this is your signal that the silence is over. You've been quiet for too long. You've had enough of being small. But obedience needs noise. The kind of noise that shakes things up and makes it hard to focus on bad tasks. It will sound like you're walking. That's the point. It's not just a step. It is getting in the way. In a prophetic act, the normal is broken and the supernatural is invited. When you think back on this moment, you'll see the spiritual line that changed your life, made the invisible visible, and made the assignment happen. You'll always remember the day you moved, not because it made sense, but because it was meant to be. The next thing that you do is not a risk. It is a promise. It's not because of your plan, but because you gave up. You didn't figure this out. You gave an answer. This wasn't planned. You did what it said. You're not the same person you were before. You are different now. There is no longer any doubt. The delay is no longer there. The spirit of fear has been broken down. You are the only thing left, and the power you've always had inside you. The threat was really your power, your divine weapons, and your God-given ability to move mountains with motion and change seasons with agreement. So get up and walk. Keep your head up as you walk. Keep your spirit in check as you walk. Walk like you know this isn't the end. Now things start to change. You should walk like you know that this step will open doors that people generations before you could only dream of. Miracles that seem like fiction to other people will happen after this step. This step will bring about favor that doesn't make sense to the normal mind. It will still happen. Because obeying opens up things that hard work can't reach. God is ready to meet you as you move. And everything that seemed impossible will give in to your yes. Now the air around you is different. It has weight to it. Holy weight. Not the kind that hurts you, but the kind that means something holy is about to be let go. You're not seeing things. It's not a lie. What you've been sensing as a shift is real. It's real, and it's been getting worse for a long time. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel before you leave. It makes sure that you stay connected to this stream of high-level guidance as you move through the next shift by locking this frequency into your algorithm. It's time to move. Put in the number 99 to lock in this frequency. Make sure you're ready. Please confirm your obedience. Watch as the universe changes its plans to fit your yes. Lastly, share this video to spread the good vibes. You can help break down the matrix of fear for others and strengthen the field of the chosen ones by spreading this frequency. What you did completes the circuit.